So you have made the move to Nashville, Tennessee, or you're thinking about taking a trip here to Nashville and you want to know more about the Ryman Auditorium. Well, that is great because today on this snowy, beautiful Middle Tennessee day, we are going to talk about the history of the Mother Church. Folks, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living, working, and playing in the Nashville, Tennessee and the greater Nashville, Tennessee area, then go ahead and subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current market here in Nashville, Tennessee. With that said, let's dive into our video, folks. So back in May of 1885, Captain Thomas Green Ryman attended a Nashville religious revival out of curiosity, having no idea that it would alter the course of his life and change the history of Nashville forever. Thomas Ryman was a prominent Nashville businessman that owned a major riverboat company that he started when he was just 15 years old after the death of his father. Thomas attended a tent revival hosted by Reverend Sam Jones with thousands of others who flocked to the corner of Spruce and Broad, now 8th Avenue and Broadway in downtown Nashville, and was deeply moved by the sermon and the energy of the crowd. From then on, Ryman pledged his wealth to building a large church so that they could move away from tent revivals and Ryman could ensure a proper place to worship for the citizens of Nashville. In 1885, Ryman began construction, and 7 years and $100,000 later, Ryman had made good on his pledge, and the Union Gospel Tabernacle was completed, with Reverend Sam Jones preaching the first sermon and declaring it the best investment made for Nashville. Sadly, 15 years later, Captain Ryman passed away in 1904, and at his funeral on Christmas Day, Sam Jones proposed renaming the building in honor of Thomas Ryman, and so the Union Gospel Tabernacle became the Ryman Auditorium. In 1904, Lula C. Naff began to book and promote speaking engagements, concerts, boxing matches, and other attractions at the Ryman in her free time. And in 1904, Naff made booking these events her full-time job. She eventually transitioned into a role by 1920 as the Ryman's official manager, and she was the first female executive in Ryman's history, and constantly faced prejudice in a male-dominated industry. Naff gained a reputation for battling local censorship groups who threatened to ban various performances deemed too risque. Now, in 1939, Naff won a landmark lawsuit against the Nashville Board of Censors, and the court declared the law creating the censors to be invalid. Naff's ability to book stage shows and world-renowned entertainers in the city's largest indoor gathering place kept the Ryman at the forefront of Nashville's consciousness and enhanced the city's reputation as a cultural center for performing arts. Now, after its debut in 1925, the local country music radio program known as the Ol Opry became a Nashville institution and could be heard in 30 states across the eastern part of the nation. By 1943, Naff and other leaders began renting the venue to WSM for its shows, and in June, the Ol Opry was broadcast from the Ryman for the very first time and continued on every single week from then on for 31 years, being hosted at the Ryman. However, the Ryman developed an unlikely enemy, and Roy Acuff, the king of country music, led the charge in an attempt to tear down the Ryman. He famously stated, "I never want another note of music played in that building," and most of my memories of the Ryman Auditorium are of misery, sweating out here on this stage, the audience suffering too. We've been shackled all of my career to the Ryman. Thankfully, however, Acuff and the rest of the movement to tear down the Ryman was met with strong opposition, and in 1971 the Ryman was approved for the National Register of Historic Places, and by 1974 the decision to destroy the Ryman had been tabled and the building was ultimately saved from demolition. This led to a period of dormancy, however, for the Ryman Auditorium, and for nearly 20 years it sat mostly dormant and survived from heritage tourism in the city. This dark period, however, served as the preamble for the revival and restoration of the Ryman, and in 1989, Opryland USA Incorporated began to work to beautify and restore the Ryman's exterior. By 1993, renovations began to develop the Ryman as a world-class concert hall, and the entire building was renovated, refurbished, and restored, with many new facilities being added. In 1998, the Grand Ole Opry hosted a benefit show at the Ryman, marking its return to the venue for the first time since its final show in 1974. By 1999, the Opry was regularly hosted at the Ryman again, and to this day, the Opry does occasionally return to the Ryman to host their show. Today, the Ryman is regarded as one of the most venerable performance venues in Nashville, Tennessee, with experts stating that the Ryman Auditorium's acoustics rank among the best in the world. In 2018, the Ryman was named the most iconic structure in Tennessee, and in 2022, the Ryman became a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame landmark. Through a long, tumultuous history, the Ryman has remained as one of the most recognizable and beloved venues here in Nashville, Tennessee, and hopefully will remain that way for generations to come. Folks, that is going to wrap up our video for the day. I hope that you have enjoyed a little bit of the history of the Ryman Auditorium here in Nashville, Tennessee. And remember, folks, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a personalized Zoom call with us so that we can help you make a smooth move here to Nashville, Tennessee. Until next time, I hope to see you around town soon, and I hope that you stay warm and safe during this beautiful but pretty intense winter weather. Y'all take care and have a good day.